In tonight's 7 Upfront segment, we're taking a closer look at living in a pandemic and then transitioning to whatever our new normal is going to eventually look like. Joining me tonight is Dr. Dennis Cunningham, Medical Director of Infection Control and Prevention at Henry Ford Health System. Dr. Cunningham, thanks for being there.
My pleasure.
Let's begin with getting people vaccinated. What's your assessment of the progress we're making so far, and how soon before we can really ramp things up?
The health departments in the hospitals, we are ready to give vaccine as quickly as we receive it. Henry Ford's already given out more than 107,000 doses, and as soon as the state or federal government gives us more, we get it out very quickly.
So it's just a matter of access to the vaccine. Well, hopefully
we just need the actual vaccine. We have people, we have the infrastructure and all the protocols to administer it. We just need that vaccine.
Yeah, well, let's hope they get to all of us very, very soon. Let's talk more about the new double masking guidelines from the CDC. My wife's a teacher, for example. She double masks in the classroom all the time. Should the rest of us do the same, or is one good mask protection enough?
No, one mask does a lot of protection. I've seen the CDC recommendation. There's a lot of controversy in the infection prevention community. It's not going to hurt to wear 2 masks. I'm happy if people are at least wearing one.
Yeah. We have the Pfizer vaccine. We've got the Moderna vaccine. Henry Ford Health System has now begun enrolling volunteers for the 2-dose trial of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Tell us more about that and the results that you hope to see, and when might we get emergency authorization use for that vaccine?
So Johnson & Johnson's already sent their paperwork in to get it approved as a 1-dose vaccine. What's exciting about Johnson & Johnson, it's refrigerated. You don't need to freeze it at super cold temperatures. It's going to be a lot easier to give out in communities, doctors' offices, not just at big mass vaccination sites. So I'm pretty excited that that's going to be on the future horizon soon.
And the fact that you're on the front lines as far as the trials, the testing for this?
Some of my colleagues certainly are running those trials right now. I am not, but Johnson & Johnson, some of the preliminary data looks really good. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, excellent.
And they also believe they can make a lot of vaccine very quickly, which would be great. It means we can vaccinate more people quickly.
Now, someday, Doctor, the pandemic will end. We'll move into an endemic. Explain what that is exactly, and if we'll still have to take precautions, or will life get back to normal as we once knew it?
Well, pandemic is a new outbreak of a disease on at least 2 different continents. The endemic is when you start having a virus that's always around. It just isn't present in super high numbers, sort of like influenza or the common cold. We always have some of that in the background. I think we're going to have a normal, but it's going to be a new normal. I certainly think that when you go to hospitals or doctors' offices, everyone's going to wear a mask. You're going to see screening when we enter buildings quite a lot. But I do hope it's going to be back to a more normal condition like we used to have, where it's easier to go out to restaurants or it's easier to do the activities you want.
Heard President Biden the other night mention he hopes by Christmas that we get to some sort of normal. That seems like a long way off still.
It does, but if we get these vaccines out quicker, it's certainly going to help.
Yeah, indeed. Dr. Cunningham, thank you. We appreciate your time tonight and insight as we continue to follow every aspect of the pandemic here in Southeast Michigan.
Thank you.
Glenda?
All right, Dave. Snow